Hello everyone, I am Manjari from CSCD. In this video, I am going to say about scheduling algorithms. There are so many scheduling algorithms like shortest job first, first come first serve, shortest remaining time and priority scheduling. In this video, I am going to say about the shortest job first algorithm. In order to understand the shortest job first algorithm or any other algorithm, we need to understand some basic definitions here. The basic definitions are arrival time. The time at which the process enter into the ready state is called the arrival time. Means the process is ready for the allocation of CPU is called the arrival time, and it is denoted by AT. And burst time, the amount of time that is required by a process to finish, and it is denoted by BT. Means the amount of time the CPU or the process uses the CPU resources is called the burst time. And the completion time, the time at which the process finishes the execution, is called the completion time, and it is denoted by CT. The turnaround time, the turnaround time is the difference between completion time and arrival time. Completion time and arrival time difference is called the turnaround time. And waiting time, waiting time, the difference between the burst time and turnaround time is called the waiting time. Waiting time. And this can be understood in detail by seeing an example. Let's see an example for that. And mode of shortest job first algorithm is non-preemption. Means after completion of one process burst time only, the other process came into an execution. This is known as non-preemption, and criteria is burst time. Here is an example. In this example, we have 5 processes with arrival time and burst times here. With process 1, process 2, and P2, P1, P3, P4 and P5 are the process numbers, process IDs, or we can say process IDs. Arrival time or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 respectively, and burst time is 7, 5, 1, 2, 8 respectively. In 0 to 1, at 0 to 1 period, there is no process occurs. At 1 at 1, P1 occurs, so its burst time is 7. Or there is only one process. We need to compare with the other no need to compare with the other process burst times, because only one process is in a waiting state for the CPU allocation. So that P1 process executes from 1 to 8, and after 8 so many process P2, P3, P4 and P5 arise after completion of P1. So in that 4 processes are arrived and waiting for CPU allocation. We need to compare the burst times of it. Here P3 process burst time is 1, so it is the least among all the burst times, so that process executes. Then next P4 process is 2, and it is least among P2 and P5, and then P2 is the least process as compared to P5. Next P5 executes, and their completion times are 8, 16, 9, 11, 24 respectively. Turnaround time is completion time minus arrival time, that is 8 minus 1, 7, 16 minus 2, 14, 9 minus 3, 6, 11 minus 4, 7 and 24 minus 5, 19. And waiting time is turnaround time minus burst time. 7 minus 7 is 0, 14 minus 5, 9, 6 minus 1, 5, 7 minus 2, 5 and 19 minus 8, 11. These are the waiting times. In every algorithm there are some advantages and disadvantages too. Then shortest job first algorithm advantages are seen in the next slide. Advantages are used for long-term scheduling. Means this scheduling algorithm can be used for many process or for process which have long burst time too, and reduces average waiting time as compared to as compared to another scheduling algorithms. It contains average burst time less, helpful for batch type processing where runtimes are known in advance. For long-term scheduling, we can obtain a burst time estimate from the job description. It is necessary to predict the values of the next burst time for shortest job scheduling, optimal with regard to average turnaround time. Average turnaround time is optimal in case of shortest job first algorithm. And there are some disadvantages too. Let's see the disadvantages of this algorithm. It is necessary to know the job completion time beforehand, as it is hard to predict. Job completion time needs to be known before. User for long-term scheduling in a batch process cannot implement the algorithm for CPU scheduling for the short time, as we cannot predict the length of upcoming CPU burst. Cause extremely long turnaround times or starvation. Knowledge about the runtime length of a process is necessary. The length of upcoming CPU request is hard to predict. Recording the elapsed time results in increased overhead on the processor. Means the turnaround time or starvation for a process. This is non-preemption. There is no process after completion of burst time of one process only another process enters. So another process must wait for a long time for the CPU allocation, so that the turnaround time for each process increases. These are the disadvantages of shortest job first algorithm. Thank you.